Calgary Flames are in a battle for a playoff spot in the Western Conference, and after another big win, many are hopping on board with the fact that the Flames are legitimate playoff contenders. Practically nobody saw this coming after Calgary was deemed to be a bottom 5 team heading into the season, so the Pesky Flames are shocking absolutely everyone. We're going to get into more and that in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and I quickly wanted to say a thank you for 1 million views on the channel. If you look at the bottom of this little screen cap here, so this channel joined YouTube on January 25th, so pretty much exactly a year ago. First upload I believe was January 29th of 2024, so in a little less than a year we already hit 1 million views, and I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, some people come in each and every day and watch every single video and comment as much as you can. I truly appreciate you guys for the constant support. I also appreciate the people who check in every now and then, love to see what the Flames are all about, and then even the people who are just here for the trade rumors from other fan bases. I just appreciate the support. You guys make this so much fun, and I can't thank you enough from myself and from the Digest Media team. We are very, very thankful. But let's hop into today's video, and let's get into last night's game, because it was an absolute doozy, and it's always a lot more fun to talk about the wins than the losses. In case you missed it, the Flames were at home against the Buffalo Sabres, maybe doing a little scouting mission on Dylan Cousins here, but the Flames come away with a 5-2 win. And it was interesting because, you know, the Flames were up 1-0 in this game, then they went behind 2-1, and then really stormed back, of course, and won this game 5-2, kind of took over in the third period. Of course, if we get into the box score, Dustin Wolf gets another win on the board, which is great for him. I believe that puts his record at something like 17-7-2 now, which is so good for a rookie goalie, especially on a team that wasn't expected to do all that well. So in a way, you know, maybe Wolf isn't shocking a lot of people, but his success and the success it has brought this team is really shocking everyone, which is so amazing to see. Last night he faced 34 shots, made 32 saves, obviously got the win, and a .941 save percentage is nothing to shake your head at. Of course, the 2 goals against average is wonderful as well. What a performance from him. Just spectacular play overall. Consistent spectacular play from him. When he has a bad game, you're almost shocked, which is nice, because some of the goalies the Flames have had since the end of the Kiprusoff era, you know, it was more so when they had a good game, you were pleasantly surprised. Now it's nice to have, I mean, Markstrom, when he played bad, you felt like, oh man, that's too bad, sort of thing. When Wolf plays bad, you're shocked almost in a way. But if we get into the men who got on the score sheet, that top line of Huberdeau, Kadri, and Peltier, them together, absolutely fantastic. That looks like some real chemistry. Huberdeau finally getting his #1 center. I know he's been playing with Kadri for a couple months now, and it has been gelling. Peltier, the little French connection with Huberdeau, oh my goodness, they gelled like nothing last night. It was so perfect. Huberdeau gets a goal and 2 assists. Kadri gets a goal and 2 assists. Peltier gets a goal and 1 assist. Amazing. That combined, that's what, 8 points between the 3 players. So great to see. We saw Sharkey get a goal, Backlund got a goal, Pahal and Coleman also got assists. Big thing to note here as well is that Weegar and Miramanov actually played really well together again. I know it's been a little while that it seemed like more so Hanley has been the better D pairing for Weegar, but last night they were solid. I believe they both finished a +3, or maybe Miramanov was just a +2, but either way, great to see that they played really well together, and honestly, it was just a great game overall. So amazing to see. And this is important here. Let's see where the Flames are in the standings now. So they remain in that second wild card spot, but now they are 3 points up on both the Canucks and Blues, and the Flames have played 1 less game than Vancouver and 3 less games than the Blues. Just imagine if the Flames could have won at least one of those 2 games against St. Louis. St. Louis would be so much further down. The Flames would obviously be up. Those were big games for the Flames to lose. I know hindsight is 20/20, of course, but hopefully it doesn't come down to those 2 games we can pinpoint at the end of the season. But the Flames are in a prime position right now to make the playoffs. They're only 4 points behind LA as well for the 3rd in the Pacific. Now, LA, they have played 1 less game than Calgary, and they've, you know, been able to beat those bigger opponents, but still, the Flames are primed to really make a run at the playoffs here, which brings up the question of this video. Are the Flames true, legitimate playoff contenders? And we have a very good article that kind of outlines this for us. And of course, feel free to let me know your opinions down below in the comments. Of course, I want to know, do you think the Flames are actual legitimate playoff contenders? If they sneak in, could they even go on a little run here? This team's so reminiscent of the 2015 Flames that it's almost uncanny in a way. But let me know what you think down below. Here is the article. It comes from Jacob Punturi, and he writes, Flames becoming surprising playoff contender. Is it time to finally admit the Calgary Flames are a legitimate contender? Ooh, and he of course means a playoff contender. I don't think he means a cup contender. But the Flames were a consensus pick to finish near the bottom of the Pacific Division and Western Conference in 2024-25, but this team is defying all expectations. That's just a more clever way of rephrasing the title of this video. They are shocking everyone. They haven't gone away, and with their growing lead in the wildcard race, the question must be asked, are the Flames a legitimate contender? How many times have I said the word contender in this video? Feel free to do whatever sort of game you want. Tick it off every single time I say contender. Oh, there's the next one. What they have going for them is their cohesion as a group. It looks like Ryan Huska has finally found some chemistry for his top players. Finally putting Kadri and Huberdeau together a couple months ago was absolutely brilliant. I think most fans would have done that themselves. Anyone who's, played the NHL video games would have done that for sure. But it just truly is working, and slowly they're building chemistry in other places. Coronato playing with Backlund and Coleman. Who thought that would be such a good line together? Coronato kind of being the perfect replacement for Mangiapane that we saw on that line last year. So it's so interesting that the cohesion truly is starting to come together. Without a bona fide superstar in the lineup, the Flames have found success when their team collectively buys in and works together. Veteran winger and locker room leader Jonathan Huberdeau recently talked about how sticking together is helping them rack up wins, and their victory over the Sabres was the perfect example. We stuck together, he said. That's a group. I think they're an offensive team, and it wasn't pretty until the third period, but we stuck together, worked hard, and finished the way we wanted to. And it's crazy. When was the last time we saw a Flames team that was this tight-knit, both on and off the ice, more so off the ice? These guys are so close. I know the team was also like that last year, and that's why, certain players were happy when the guys who didn't want to be there were let go, but that's why they were also, most people were pretty upset with the whole thing that went down with Jacob Markstrom and him saying, never explicitly saying that he didn't want to be there, but then of course the media, the trade rumors go all crazy. But either way, it's so nice to see that this team is together, and they all know it, and Huberdeau is at the forefront of that, of course. What they also have going for them is a red-hot goaltender in rookie Dustin Wolf, of course. He's 17-7-2, there's the record, through 26 starts, with a .249 goals against average and .918 save percentage. He and journeyman netminder Dan Vladar have formed a dynamic duo and net. I wouldn't call Dan Vladar a journeyman, but either way, those stats for Wolf are so good. In this day's NHL, where the scoring is obviously way up than it was even just a decade ago, those stats aren't bad at all. A sub 250 goals against average is honestly really good, especially for a rookie. And anything above 900 you can kind of say is good for a rookie as well. But a 918 save percentage is so amazing, and we're so lucky to have Wolfie, of course. But this team does have some obvious and concerning issues. The first is their record at home versus on the road. Playing in Calgary, the Flames are 15-6-3. Great for those season ticket holders. They're getting a lot of wins. But away from home, they are 8-10-4. It's not a cause for panic, but that difference could be what keeps them out of the playoffs as the wild card race heats up. Now, the Flames do have a pretty good balance of home games and away games remaining, but still. The second thing is their lack of top-end scoring. This is a much bigger concern when you are asking the question, are they legitimate playoff contenders? As far as team cohesion and hardworking attitudes can get you, it can't overcome an inability to put the puck in the net. Huberdeau is the scoring leader, but he has 19 goals and 16 assists for 35 points. It's been a strong season for the 31-year-old winger, but an offense built around him doesn't exactly impose fear. And keep in mind, this guy isn't a Flames writer, so he kind of sees it from an outside point of view. And it is kind of true. You look at Huberdeau's 19 goals, and you think, that's great. Honestly, that's so nice to see he has that for 35 points. But then you look across the league, and there's certain guys who have, 50-plus assists at this point, or guys even like Leon Draisaitl, as much as we don't like him. I'm pretty sure he's at 35 goals, if not more, at this point. So it is a little concerning that the Flames don't exactly have that crazy offense that imposes fear. So here we go. Are the Flames a playoff team at this point? It seems so. Credit to their lineup, coaching staff, and management team for putting together a winning team against the odds. It's a success, but this team is still staring down the barrel of a first-round exit if they manage to make the 2025 NHL playoffs. So that kind of brings it back to reality. Again, this guy isn't biased. He's got an outside point of view, and he thinks, look, the Flames are a great story, but if they make it, they're a first-round exit, which does suck to hear. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Flames could, maybe make a little noise? They get Wolf to be hot. They get some of these other guys to really step up, and the cohesion really continues. The chemistry is really there. Could the Flames be an actual contender? Let me know down below. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. It comes from yesterday's video about, well, kind of just trade rumors in general from Craig Button, but potentially a Kadri trade to Colorado, which is nuts from the win column. But this was a good comment here from Samir. Samir said, if the Flames were tanking for a pick right now, or even just not close to a playoff spot, I would be more supportive of that trade. The trade being Kadri to Colorado for Casey Middlestat and Callum Ritchie. But if you trade him with their position now, you completely disrupt the locker room chemistry by trading away a veteran leader in the middle of a playoff push. And not only just, a veteran leader, but also one of the main guys scoring points right now. That top line, like we said earlier in the video, Kadri and Huberdeau together is fantastic. They can continue to have Pelche with them. They look unstoppable, which is so nice to see. But completely agree with you there, Samir. That was a great comment. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like we saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.